Oh, okay. So I guess we're live. Hi guys, welcome to tonight's call. If you saw in our group earlier, tonight's call is all about social media. I'm really big on Instagram. That's kind of like my jam. I know a lot of people put their focus into Facebook, but for me, I really have found that Instagram is kind of my thing. So I'm going to talk mostly about that just because that's what I know and that's what I get a lot of questions on. Um, I made a little slideshow thingy, but I'm gonna try to see if it works real quick. Let me see. It's working. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Like, can you see it clearly?
Yeah, but every time I talk, it switches to me. But
Okay.
yes, when you're on it, you can.
Okay. So this is not the first slide. Oh my God, I'm a hot mess. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the first slide. So this is basically how I branched out on Instagram. When I first started my page back in May of 2014, when I first became a coach, I had a personal page and I had a Facebook. I had a personal Instagram and a personal Facebook, and I had people who were telling me like my posts were annoying them. Um, people who were really like kind of mean about it. How do I? I'm not screen sharing you guys. I don't like that because I can't see anybody. Can you see me right now? You can see? Okay, I'm just gonna talk to you guys. Okay, so when I first started my page, it was like people would tell me, your posts are annoying. We don't care what you're eating for lunch, whatever. We don't care that you worked out, whatever. So I decided I'm just gonna start my own Instagram page for my fitness, my beach body, and if you want to follow me there, that's great. You can do that. If not, um, that's cool too. So I started the page in May, like I said, and I had one follower who was my mom at the time when I first made the page, and I put it on my other Instagram, my personal one. I was like, hey, I'm starting this page for my Beachbody journey, and if you want to follow me here and kind of watch my transformation, that's totally cool. I'd love the support if that's something that you're interested in. So after that, I had maybe like 120 followers after that initial post, and it kind of showed me like who was really interested in what I was doing. And from there, I just kind of kept posting my journey with Beachbody. And I started with a 21-day fix. If you guys listened to the first call I did about well, about being a product to the product. I'm sorry, you guys. But I started with a 21-day fix, and just was basically sharing my journey, and it kind of goes back to the first call about being a product of the product. When I first joined Beachbody, I was just a customer, just like our customers who joined. They're starting for the experience, and they want to know, like, is this really going to work for me? So I always remember that I was a customer first. Yes, it's important to reach out to new people and try to get new sales and try to get coaches, but you have to remember that you're a customer first, and you really have to wake up each morning knowing that your workout is like non-negotiable. Your drinking Shakeology and sharing your before and afters, those are things that are really going to help your business thrive and also help your social media thrive. So being a product of the product is something that I really can't stress enough. That's something that you have to do, especially through your Instagram. Something that I also do daily on my Instagram that I've talked about prior was posting 3 to 4 times a day and staying consistent with your posting. It's super easy to be like, I'm going to post 3 to 4 times a day for this week, and see how it goes. And then you post 3 to 4 times a day, and your face and your Instagram name or whatever is in people's newsfeed daily, and they're seeing you, and they're seeing what you're doing, and they're seeing your workouts, and they're seeing you drink Shakeology, and you're kind of inviting them into your life. And I think that's a really big part of being a coach, is sharing your life with people. I have a toddler and I have a son who's almost 3 months, and every day I'm sharing my workouts with people. I'm I'm showing them that like my daughter's running back and forth in front of my camera when I'm recording my workouts, and sometimes she's stealing little sips of my Shakeology, and people are seeing that I'm a mom and I'm busy and my kids are crazy. Like a lot of our kids are kind of crazy, but they're seeing that throughout their throughout the day because I post usually first thing in the morning, and then lunchtime I'll usually do like my Shakeology because sometimes I have my Shakeology for lunch, and then usually after lunch, maybe sometimes before, I'll post my workout depending on what time I get it in because as a mom, it kind of depends on your kid's schedule when you can actually fit in your workout. So, those are the things that I post daily, without even thinking about it. Those are the things that I know that I'm going to post throughout the day. Staying consistent with your posting, like I was saying, you can't just post for 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a day for a week, and then not do it the next week, and then kind of fall off the face of the earth and disappear, and people are like, well, where did she go? She was doing so good, and I was kind of getting interested in what she was doing, but now she's not here, and I don't see her working out. She's saying she's busy, and she's saying I'm doing these workouts too, but she's not showing me that. So you really have to make it something that you do every single day, no matter what. I talked last week about, or maybe it was the week before, about being an undercover coach. Um, if you go to my Instagram page, you will see I always post a workout video. I usually always post either a picture of me holding my Shakeology, or my daughter holding it, or even just a recipe. I share the Shakeology. People are interested in it. Um, I share my personal life with people. Like I told you guys, I let people into my life. I'm really open about my journey as far as my weight loss and with Beachbody and coaching, and people feel like they can relate to me in a sense that I don't try to come across as a lot of like, I'm not trying to like name bash, but I won't, like some other MLM companies who will not try to get to know you, and they just kind of shove their products down your throat. Like, I don't try to shove anything down anybody's throat. If you want information on it, I'm gonna show you my journey, and you can always come to me, or um, message me about it. But um, sharing what you do daily is something that's super important, and that's what I do on my Instagram, and that's what I've done since the very beginning. I feel like if you kind of go into this not really, this is gonna sound so stupid, if you go into this thinking like not about the coaches that you could sign up, not about the challenge packs you could sell, but just about yourself and just about your journey and just about showing other people that they can do it. Like, they can become a successful coach, and they can lose weight, and they can do all this stuff with Beachbody by just you doing it yourself. Like, if you can show people that, like, it's really a game changer for your business and for your social media. And our businesses as Beachbody coaches is like built on our social media, so it's super important that you are constantly trying to build up your social media daily. And by sharing all of these things, like your Shakeology and your workouts and your personal life, is super big. And honestly, guys, like, don't ever stop doing those things, because if you do, you're gonna see yourself going from like, Success Club, you'll be at like 20, and then you'll go down to like 10, and then once you stop sharing all those things, you're going to see that people are going to stop showing interest in what you're doing. So don't be an undercover coach and not share those things. Something's also really big that I do, that my coach actually told me when I first started, was to keep your page, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever you're using, keep your page 80-20. 80-20 meaning 80% personal, meaning you share your journey with Beachbody, you share your personal life, things about your kids, your family, or things that are just going on in your life. Share the struggles that you're going through. Like right now, me and my family are getting ready to move to Texas. My husband's deploying for a year, so I'm letting people, things are happening in my life, so people can relate to me on a more personal level. And, sometimes people will reach out to me and give me advice on, what I do during my husband's deployment or, all kinds of things, no matter what it is you're going through. Somebody there has gone through it already or um, is going through it themselves currently. So you can always connect on different levels. It doesn't have to be just fitness. And then, those are the ways you build relationships with other people. But like I said, share your progress pictures, and progress pictures, I'm going to get into that kind of heavy in a second, but I kind of want to just talk about, you know, the 20%, which would be the flyers that you share, like if you're doing like a glimpse into coaching group or, challenge groups coming up, or if you're like the now hiring posts. And I got asked a while ago if when I post those flyers, if I leave them up or do I take them down on my social media. Um, I always leave them up, and I know some coaches do take them down after a certain amount of time, which I don't know why, honestly. Maybe there's different reasoning behind it. But my reasoning for leaving them up is when people come to my page, and I know it's the same for when I go to other people's pages, I don't look at the first picture or like the first three pictures. I usually scroll through their page and look and see like what they've been up to and what's going on in their lives and all that kind of stuff. So um, like just today, for example, I posted a now or a help wanted ad like last week, and somebody messaged me or emailed me and was like, "Hey, I was scrolling through your page and saw that you were hiring or looking for new coaches. Are you still taking on new coaches on your team?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So people will scroll through your page. People will see what you're doing. So don't feel like you have to take those flyers down or it's like, you know, tacky or anything, because I don't think it's tacky, especially if your flyers are well thought up and well made. So yeah, but 20% is your flyers, and anything Beachbody related would be the 20%. Again, I don't want to like name drop, but if you've ever been on Instagram and you've been, not even Instagram, sometimes Facebook too, but you've been looking through people's pages or their profiles or whatever, and all you see is like product throw up. That's all you see. Like if you were to come to my page and you would just see like buy T25, buy 21 Days, buy Shakeology, buy E&E, buy this, buy that, and you're just like, that's super tacky. Why would anybody want to follow anybody like that? They want to see people who are really sharing their journey and people who are really putting themselves out there and people that they can, relate to in real life. So that's my spiel on all that. So, okay, progress pictures, I'm going to get into this. I've talked about this like a million times on a million different calls, but I feel like it's super important to share with you guys because you're like probably thinking like, how on earth did I get 60,000 followers on my Instagram? And this is how I did it. I didn't buy my followers. I worked for them, basically. There's this method that I've shared time and time again called shoutouts, and you do it on Instagram. And how you do it is you take a progress picture that you have. So you do like a before and after or during or whatever you want to call it, and you usually like label like the start and the end or the current date, and then always put a watermark. Now I say watermark, but this just happened to one of my coaches this past week, or I think it was like last week. She posted a picture of her 21-day fix, and it's amazing. Like her results are totally insane. She looks amazing. But somebody from a different company took her picture and put it on their page and said that she had lost her weight using their diet pills. And her watermark was straight across it, like on every single one of her pictures, and like straight across. And everybody was, interested in buying these diet pills because her product, or her results are amazing. So I say watermark, but just know, just because you watermark doesn't mean people aren't going to steal your pictures, because people are shady on social media. It happened to me with Herbalife. Someone even cropped out my hash or my watermark because I put it low on my body instead of like high. So now whenever I watermark, I always put it across my chest so people can't crop out my watermark. But they, cropped out my watermark and used it and said I lost all my weight using their products. So just because you watermark doesn't mean they're not going to steal your pictures. Anyways, back to what I was saying. um, you're gonna take those progress pictures and you're gonna go to um, one of these. They're really big Instagram pages, and I had it in a slideshow, and I had all the hash or the IG handles like written out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just share my slideshow in our group, so you can go through it and you can get the names of the pages that I use. But these pages, like for example, one of the pages is called Real Progress. I don't know if you guys have seen these pages, but usually they have like over 100,000 followers, and they only post pictures of people who have like amazing transformations. I have been put on these pages countless amount of times for my transformation using the 21 Day Fix. The first time I used it like I did 10 rounds of the 21 Day Fix and I lost over 50 pounds. So I was able to use that transformation and get put on these pages. Um, and that happens usually, not usually, always. I get like thousands of followers, you guys. Like that's what I'm trying to say. I get like thousands of followers off of these pages. Um, there's also a page for all you moms out there called IG Fit Moms, and she's super nice. Um, her name is Chelsea. She runs the page. She's been doing so that you pay her $5 and she will feature you no matter what. If you pay her $5, she will put you on her page. I think she has almost 70,000 followers, I want to say, but still, like that's a good amount of people who will come to your page and follow you and potentially be a potential customer or coach. So there are ways you can pay people, but like I said, like if you're really a product of the product and you really put in your all to your workouts and your Shakeology and you're constantly trying to work and improve on yourself and you have these transformation pictures, why don't you do something with them and do something to help your business and share them with these people? And like I said, I have the pages that I use written down. Like I have them right here. I'm going to share them on our group page after this call. But how you do it and how I do it is there's a direct message feature on Instagram, and you either have the choice to send a photo or message. So you're going to do send a photo, and then when you get there, you're going to pick the picture, the transformation picture you want, and you're going to go to next. And then when it gives you the option to write a caption, you're going to write, whatever it is that you did to lose the weight. But don't put on your caption that you're a Beachbody coach or that you lost the weight using a certain program through Beachbody. And I say this because not to be shady or, to like, count out Beachbody or whatever, but some of these pages will not put you on their page if they think that they're helping you promote your product or your business or they're helping, make sales for you. So a lot of pages will not put you on there if you're a Beachbody coach. So I've learned through experience that it's just easier if you put that you're a fitness coach. Like it's totally okay if you put fitness coach. Just don't put Beachbody coach. You've been working out from home 30 minutes a week. Or I'm so sorry. This daylight savings time is killing me, you guys. I sound like a hot mess. You've been working out 30 minutes a day. You've been following a portion control plan at home, whatever you want to say, how much weight you lost, put that in your caption, make it short and sweet, and then usually, they'll say like, okay, we're going to post you. Sometimes they'll ask, depending on how many followers you have, if you'll share them on your page as well. But if you don't have a lot of followers, they might not even ask. They might just post you on their page. And sometimes it does take a long time. It takes sometimes it could take weeks for them to actually get back to you and to put you on their page. But when you see yourself on their page and you see how many followers you get and your phone is like blowing up, that's, where the magic happens. And don't get discouraged if they don't pick you to be on their page. Just keep working on yourself. When I first found out about, I think it was the page Transformation Fit Nation, they have a ton of followers. When I first sent my pictures to their page, I was probably like 3 months into my journey with Beachbody. I lost 30 pounds. I was feeling like I lost a lot of weight. 30 pounds is a lot of weight, but to them it wasn't like extreme enough. Like I guess my pictures weren't good enough to be on their page, which is totally okay. But eventually they did put me on their page when I lost 60 pounds. And from there, it just, and they keep those pictures on that page. So just like I was telling you guys about the flyers, like people scroll through that page and people will follow these people, especially people who are just starting their journeys, not even as coaches, just for accountability on their own pages. Um, Sometimes people will scroll through these pages just to find people who have lost a good amount of weight just for motivation so that they can follow them daily. So just because your picture was put on this page and you get like hundreds and hundreds of followers within the first like couple hours, you're gonna constantly see these people rolling in on your page because your picture is always going to be there. So keep that in mind too. So um, like I said, I'll put the hash or the handles on our page later. Um, Moving on, because I'm rambling. Um, Something else that I do is I add 5 to 10 new people to my social media. I usually do this weekly now, but I used to do it quite frequently. I used to add new people. I used to hashtag surf like all the time. When I didn't have anything better to do, I would sit there on the couch and I would go through like the hashtag like fit mom or like motivation or weight loss journey, and I would just find people who were probably like it looked like they were just starting their own journey as trying to lose weight or whatever their goals were, and I would message or I would like find one of their first pictures if it was like a transformation picture, maybe like a before picture or a workout picture, and I would leave them a genuine comment. Now, I don't know about you guys, but all the time I get comments on my Instagram saying cool pic or keep up the good work, and it's like a picture of my daughter, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? They're not genuine comments. They're not trying to um, build any kind of relationship with you. They're just commenting the same thing on all these pictures just to try to see if they'll get follow backs, and that's not the way it works. Take the time to leave a genuine comment. Build up somebody, get to know them. And they even have, I think Danielle was talking about it a few weeks ago about the way you can like follow people on Instagram now. You can get notified whenever somebody um, posts on their Instagram. So even if you have to make a small list of people you think could be potential like awesome coaches on your team, even if it's a small list, just write down their names so you can have them and kind of go back and kind of check in on their pages every once in a while, like not stalkerish, but just to like see what's going on. Um, so I guess that's it. So I want to talk to you guys about something else that I found out that was pretty cool that um, some people have been asking me about, and it's about Snapchat. I don't know if you guys have Snapchat or if you've used it, but this is kind of cool. It's kind of like a new kind of market I kind of just tapped into. I've had Snapchat for a very long time, and when just recently started using it again, I was like, it's totally different now. They have all these cool filters, and you can do all these crazy little like faces on Snapchat. But I've also opened up my Snapchat to my Instagram and to my Facebook, and I've made it so people can send me messages and send me pictures, and every pic that I put on my story on Snapchat, everybody can see. So whenever I do my workouts or whenever I do like drink my Shakeology or whenever I'm doing something like workout type or whatever, I always put it on my story so people can see it. Even sometimes I put pictures of my daughter and my family just so they can see like my real life outside of like fitness coach. But I actually last month I sold 4 challenge packs through Snapchat, and it's crazy because I would never imagine Snapchat being an outlet that I could use to reach out to people, but they actually have a way that you can chat with people through Snapchat. And I'm not like super awesome at explaining how this works, but if you go to Snapchat, you can swipe, I think it's swipe right. Yeah, swipe right. And you can send people messages. Now the bad part about that is when you're messaging people through Snapchat, it's the exact same way as if you were to send them a picture. You only have like a certain amount of time to view whatever they said to you. So usually if I find out, like someone messaged me the other day asking me about Shakeology because I put a picture of my Shakeology on my story on Snapchat. somebody messaged me through Snapchat, someone I don't even know messaged me through Snapchat and was like, hey, would it be possible if we could, connect somewhere else and I can find out more about Shakeology? And I was like, yeah, totally. Let's, do it. So I sent them my email address through Snapchat, the actual chat, and then we started talking through email because it's a lot easier, obviously, through email. But that's that was another customer that I had through Snapchat just because they were seeing my pictures, and you don't really understand like how important a picture can like impact somebody, but when they see you doing something every single day and that you're also sharing your life with them. Like I said, I have two small kids, so when I'm sharing my videos of my kids being silly and also showing that I just worked out for 30 minutes and I'm dripping sweat and I am eating healthy most of the time and I'm sharing all this stuff with them through all these different kind of outlets. I think that really helps people to identify with me more as a person instead of just this person who's out for like a quick sale. So it really does help to share. And I know it's so scary because you see all this stuff on on TV about all these kind of like predators out there like stealing pictures of your kids, and it terrifies the crap out of me to like post pictures of my kids, and I have 60,000 people who are like constantly looking at my family. But you just have to use your judgment when it comes to posting stuff like that. Like obviously don't post any like topless pictures of your kids or anything like crazy, but just don't be afraid to share your life with people, your personal life, but don't like get too crazy with it, especially if you're public, because people are crazy out there. So I don't know, Brittany. I see you're the only person I can really see. Is there anything else that you want me to like talk about?
Dude, you killed it. I'm like playing with my Snapchat right now, so I'm trying to figure out all the stuff. I haven't touched it in a while, so I'm actually eager to mess around with that. No,
You
I
got
mean,
you
like,
got to set your settings so that people can people can send you like there's down here where it says, let me see, it says who can, like if you go, let me see, hold on, I'm going to show you real quick just so you can see. So if you're on the picture where you're on the screen where you're about to take a picture and you go up to the very top where you see the little ghost,
uh-huh.
click on that and then go to the on the very right where you see the little wheel
Yeah.
and then go down to where it says who can and then it says send me snaps and view my story, and I changed it to everyone. Now I did get a picture from a guy the other day laying in bed.
Oh
He
God.
didn't have anything sticking out, but
Okay.
he just said hey bae, and I was like, so you can block people, but I haven't really, that was the only like sketchy Snapchat I've gotten, but yeah, it's been really awesome for me, and I shared it with my team, and I shared it with Jen's team also.
What's your Snapchat name?
It's ashcam0725.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I want to tell everybody real quick because I was making a huge deal out of it before this call, but something that my coach Jen told me before, like when I first started, was to follow people who have, who are successful coaches in this biz. Not saying that we're all super successful coaches, but sometimes I see stuff that maybe Brittany posts or something Danielle posts, and it kind of sparks an idea. Not saying like go out and like totally like copy somebody, but it kind of gives you an idea of something that you could post potentially like in the future and kind of put your own spin on it. So if you guys also want to go and follow us four on Instagram, you can kind of get an idea of like I said, like I post my workout videos daily. I use Pick Play Post to do that, and I know I've just learned how to use PicMonkey not too long ago. I'm like totally trying to play catch up with all this stuff, but sometimes seeing stuff other coaches do on their social media can help you, not only just with posting, but to kind of get an idea of how you can post. Do you say Rona or Rana Designs?
Rana, I think. I don't
Like
know.
tomato, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
they just updated their app, so there's like a whole bunch of new stuff going on. Yeah, you have to pay for it, but if you really honestly like think about how much you use it,
So
and
worth it.
like it totally like pays for itself within like the first day. So just play around with those kind of things too. And I know a lot of coaches use that app too, so you can kind of get an idea um, on how to use those kind of things too. But I'll also post our Instagram names on the post with the Instagram hash or the Instagram handles for the pages I was talking about. So I'll post all that right now in the group page. But I'm like, my mind is like totally fried right now.
Dude, you killed it. You have
I feel
2
like a hot mess. Is there anything else?
No, I mean, I think I think when I started following you on Instagram, I want to say you had like 30,000 followers or something. So you've like doubled that. Like it's incredible. Like I'm so grateful that you gave us your time because I know I am so grateful for the tips that you share. And I know this isn't the first time you've done it, but I feel like every time I've watched like almost every webinar that you've done on social media, but I feel like you always have something new to share. And I think that that's a good testament to why you're so great at what you do. Like you're always working on being better at it.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah. Good job, sister.
Thank you.
Yeah. All
So,
right.
what's the next call that we're doing? Do you know? It's on Thursday.
Danielle, and I think she's doing. Let me look really quick. I got it right here. So we have Danielle on the 5th. So this Thursday, Mastering Your Mindset. So that'll be a good one.
That'll be a really good one.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys.
All right, that's all.
That's all, folks.
But yeah,
Francis?
I'll